of Beloit Today's Show. I'm Pam Lathrop.
And I'm Beth Jacobson.
And we are at River Bend. Probably people might not come down here, but this is a sweet little roadway behind the post office and along the river, and it's nice and quiet and shady. This is where the Eagles hang out, isn't it?
Yeah.
Not the band.
Yeah, no, not the band.
Why?
We have a great view because we're down here at City Hall, so a lot of people can take their lunch here or come read a book, and a lot of times we see fishermen out here too. So if you drive by, there is a parking lane, and we'd encourage you to stop.
Yeah, there's lots of nice rocks, conducive to sitting and enjoying the weather, the beautiful day. But anyways, we're here to talk about the show, not the weather, not the rocks. Sorry. I am going to be interviewing Melissa Badger today with the Beloit School District. She's got a lot of exciting new things going on. Of course, it's kind of our back to school edition. And then I'm also going to be interviewing Kathy Pollard with the Beloit Housing Authority. And Kathy and the Beloit Housing Authority recently got an award that we're going to talk about.
Yes, and those are great interviews. Melissa and Kathy are always fun. And with Back to School, I'm going to interview James Thompson from the Beloit Transit Authority, and he's going to talk about students and getting their bus pass if they take the local transit to school. So I guess it's our Back to School edition.
Yes.
It's not raining, so that's probably the best thing.
Oh, that's true.
And then I also will interview Nate Tillis from that Water Resources, and he's going to talk about hydrant flushing and just remind us about the water system and what to do and not to do with our water system.
Okay, sounds like another informative show, and I think we should start it.
Yeah, stay tuned.
Okay.
Cool.
With me today is Kathy Pollard. She's the Executive Director of the Community Development Authority, or the Beloit Housing Authority. You go by both names. Kathy is the recipient, or the Housing Authority itself is the recipient of 2 awards recently, and we're so excited we just would like to talk about those. This one is a state award.
Yes, this is the State Award Top Projects. It's an award that's generated out of Milwaukee by the Daily Reporter, and it's housing authorities and state agencies across the state of Wisconsin that have done building and made better products or green built products throughout the state. It's an award that is applied for projects that are over $2 million.
And a couple months ago, maybe more than a couple months ago, we did take our viewers on a tour of the Parker Bluff redevelopment.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what these awards are all about. So you got to see it when it was in the process, and now we get the results is that we've got these awards to show for it. And now Kathy also just recently went to Denver.
Yes.
And accepted this award from the National Association.
NARO is the National Association of Housing and Realtors Organizations, and we received a national award for innovative financing for our Phase 2 project. The Phase 2 project actually consisted of this big, beautiful new building behind us that's 41 units for elderly and disabled. We also renovated 16 scattered site homes that are public housing, and we built 9 brand new townhomes, which is to my left here, which houses 9 families in their 2 bedrooms. Everything is fully occupied right now. The project is totally complete. National Equity Fund, which is our investor, has closed out the deal, so now we're just up and running and doing day-to-day housing authority business.
Great. And so you said it was for innovative financing. So what was so innovative about the financing?
We were one of the few housing authorities across the nation that had applied to HUD to use some of our operating fund reserves and do capital projects with it. HUD gives us capital funding every year to the tune of between $150,000 and $200,000, but we needed much more money
Obviously.
for this, so we decided to pursue tax credits, and that's where National Equity Fund came in. They are our tax credit investors, and with that, HUD allowed us a special waiver so we could use some of our operating fund reserves also in the project.
Well, you were very smart to figure all that out. How did you come up with all this?
I went to seek some help from people who'd been in the business a lot of years, and they told me that these things were out here, but no one had ever pursued them. So Tom, a Landgraf at Dimension Develops, and I sit down and figured out how we could contact certain people in Washington, D.C. and ask for these special privileges, and we were granted some waivers and some privileges. So we are actually the only housing authority in the state of Wisconsin who have used our operating fund reserves in this manner.
Thus the awards.
Thus the awards, yes.
I'm so glad that those people in Washington listened and paid attention.
Exactly, especially for a community of this size. You know, I've traveled and talked about some of our adventures here with our Phase 2 development and some of the financing, and some of the larger housing authorities like Cleveland and even Denver are now calling me to kind of figure out how this process works. So it's actually a very good thing, and it's a very good way to renovate aging public housing units when monies are being cut in other ways.
Mm-hmm. And it's another great way to get Beloit on the map.
Absolutely.
In a very positive manner.
In a very positive manner. Anyone who's seen the renovation and seen our units know that public housing in Beloit is a very high standard housing. We are equitable to market rate housing in any city you go to. We're actually really proud of our project.
Now, do you have a waiting list for people who would like to get on the wait?
Yes, we have a waiting list right now of about 700 people.
Oh my goodness.
That's how extensive it is and the need that's in Beloit. So now we ask what I'm going to do that all the projects are over and the awards are in. I'm going to look at some more innovative programming that can house some of the people we have that are calling us every day talking about they're homeless. Mm-hmm. You know, we can't add to our housing stock, but we can do programming.
Great. Mm-hmm. Great. Well, there's more ways, more things ahead of you, and more projects to work on.
Absolutely.
That's
Absolutely.
Awesome. Thank you, Kathy. Do you have anything more to add to
Well,
this?
no, just saying again that I am very proud of our housing, proud of the awards that the Housing Authority has done, and very thankful for the staff and the community partners that we had in this project.
Absolutely. I second all of that. Thank you so much
You're
for being
welcome.
with us today.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, I'm here at Water Resources on Willowbrook Road.
Yep.
Willowbrook, and I'm here with Nate Tillis, and Nate Tillis is a Water Resources superintendent, and we're here to talk about a lot of things. Hydrants, why we do hydrant flushing, kind of just the system in general. A lot of people forget. I know that when Water Resources was built a long time ago, a lot of people had it on their minds and knew a lot, but I think we are due for our annual refresher on what happens out here. So Nate, I know last time we interviewed you, you were brand new here, so now you've been here over a year.
Yeah.
And you're still here, so that's a good sign, right?
Yes.
And they're kind of discreetly hidden back here, but you might see them off the highway. And let's talk a little bit about people when they say, "Oh, it smells on the highway." What is that? What's up with that?
Well, we are a sewage treatment plant, so the sewage comes down to the plant and we treat it. Most of the smells that you actually encounter from the highway is our sludge handling process, so our digestion and everything. But the optimal goal is to get rid of that smell, so when it leaves here it doesn't smell as bad as when it came in.
And the sludge, we actually kind of dry it out, right?
Yeah, so what we do is we settle it out and we compact it into what's called a cake.
Ooh, now not the kind of cake you want to eat,
No, you
right?
definitely don't want to eat this type of cake. So no, we take the cake and then it is applied to either fields or sent to landfill where they reuse it for recycling purposes.
Now, some people in the city, when they do developments, we talk about stormwater detention, and then there's two types of water we talk about. We talk about stormwater, and then we talk about sewage. Although it seems pretty obvious, can you just explain the difference between the two?
Yeah, the city of Beloit, like most cities, we have a separated sewer. So we have the rainwater that goes into the storm sewers, and then we have our sanitary sewers, and that handles our sewage and brings it here to the wastewater plant. The stormwater goes directly to the river, and then we treat the sewage, and then that goes to the river.
And then earlier this summer, we had a lot of rain over several days. And how did that impact the operations here?
We saw a drastic increase in flow. We're designed to do 11.3 million gallons a day. We typically do about 5 million gallons a day. At the peak of that wet event, we did 25 million gallons of wastewater in one day. As far as our numbers for our permit, they stay pretty good because the water that came in was mostly rainwater, didn't have a lot of solids in it. So we performed pretty good over that period, but we did have high flow. So.
And we're fully capable of handling that. So other places, when you see people out west that say, oh, conserve your water, that's not something that certainly we should not waste our water, but it's not something that we're going to be sending out public notices anytime soon.
No, we were completely able to give full treatment of that water. A lot of cities will do what they call partial treatment, which is mostly, or blending. What they'll do is they'll blend the effluent with the water coming in. But we were able to treat all of that, and that's as high as we've seen in a really long time. So I don't think we're at any point unable to treat domestic wastewater that's coming in.
And then you guys do routine maintenance of the pipes as well, and that's where we get into the hydrants. So we do hydrant flushing. Can you explain why do we do that every year?
We typically do hydrant flushing, and we're actually doing it this time of year right now. The techs are out. They turn hydrants on. They flush the water out. They try to flush some of the built-up sediments and things that are in the water. And also we try to make sure that they're in working condition for fire or emergency purposes.
Now, I saw a press release that went out, and it said that when if you flush a hydrant near your house, when you turn on the water, you might get a little bit of sediment in it. Is that true? Will you get that in your house?
Yeah, if you see the crews out and they've been flushing hydrants from somewhere nearby, you might notice that when you turn your faucet on, you'll get a little bit of that rust color in there. What you want to do is just let it run for a little bit, let it run that out, because that was in the pipes before, and now we're cleaning all that out.
And so the water's still safe to drink, and it's still fine for our residents, correct?
Oh yeah, the water is still very safe to drink. Just go ahead and you want to kind of bleed that out of the system first, so you want to let your water run for about 2 to 5 minutes to clear any sediments out.
Now, is there anything else you want to? I know that we talk about not flushing prescription drugs. That's always important. Are there other things that you guys find that are kind of common issues?
Lately, one of the things facing the wastewater industry are items that are advertised as flushable. You'll see your baby wipes and your sanitary wipes and disinfection wipes and feminine products that are labeled flushable. And when you flush them down the toilet, they make it to the plant, but sometimes they clog our pumps, making it more expensive and making it more complicated for us to get it to the wastewater plant.
So they're telling the homeowner it's not gonna plug your stuff. When it gets here,
yeah,
that's when it becomes a problem.
Yeah, it costs more for us to haul it out, to separate it from the water, and then to haul it out. But in the course of making it to the wastewater plant, it often plugs our pumps and plugs our pipes. And when we get high rain event, it pushes it all down the pipe, and so we got a lot of rags and a lot of solids that didn't have to be flushed, that are labeled flushable.
Sure. Well, Nate, thanks so much for talking to us. It's always a pleasure to come out here. I feel like you guys hunker down out here and try to lay low, but it's actually a beautiful facility. If you look behind us, I'm sure you can see plenty of birds flying around. And if you have questions, you can always call Water Resources, and they'd be happy to help you with any questions you have about your water. So thanks again, Nate.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Beth Jacobson, and I'm here at the Beloit Transit Transfer Station, and we have some special guests with us today. We're here with James Thompson, and he is the transit supervisor, but we were lucky enough to catch 2 of our bus drivers here too. So I'll ask them a couple questions, but this is Nancy and this is Terry. Terry, how long have you been with the Beloit Transit System?
Since 98.
Oh, so you're a pro. And Nancy?
97.
Oh, you're a little better, huh?
Yeah, oh, not really.
So we're here at the transfer station, and we're here to talk about back to school and some of the transportation needs that people might have forgotten about over the summer. So James, can you tell us where people can buy tokens, or students specifically could buy tokens?
Sure. The tokens we have available at the Treasurer's office on the 2nd floor of City Hall, and we have a vending machine inside our transfer site and at Walmart. As far as student passes go, they can be purchased at the school in the offices or at our home office on Willowbrook Road.
Now, you guys are pros, so you drive up students regularly. Is there anything you want to remind the students when they get on the bus, how they should behave, what they should not forget? Terry?
Just always have your pass ready, or cash, which way you want to pay to get on, and try to sit quietly.
Yeah, I'm sure the bus rides in the morning are a little quieter than after school. Is that how
Yeah.
that works? So the students, if you don't ride the bus regularly, you probably don't necessarily know these two, but they do get to know a lot of the students and also adults that ride the transit system. Could you guys maybe, or Nancy, how about you tell us, are there people that you ride regularly that you get to know when you take them to doctor's appointments? And are there a lot of people that ride that just are unable to perhaps drive a car themselves, and so they take the transit?
Yes, they do.
And so you guys kind of get to know them and their route and their routine and your routine.
Yes.
And so a lot of people, if they don't normally ride the bus, they might not know these stories about the relationships. I know that you guys certainly have, you think about people when they're not there, right? I used to ride the bus in a large city, and the bus driver would know when I had the day off. So it's always unique. Is there anything else you guys want to remind? You ride year-round, so you can ride now. Are there any special stops that are maybe people forget that they go to? Are there any places in the city that, like Walmart, I'm assuming? A lot of people go to Walmart. Yeah. So if you're looking for an adventure, I know it goes to the Beloit Public Library, Walmart, and probably most importantly, doctor's appointments.
Doctors, ShopGo, the hospital,
Sure, I know that there's a lot
library.
there's a lot of people that go to a lot of actual city facilities and healthcare facilities, and I know that they're also working with the transit to work with the new cancer center out by Willowbrook. So that will be helpful for people that have to get a treatment perhaps, and not have to drive it themselves afterwards.
Sports medicine is over there that way too.
Yeah. Is there anything else, James, that you can
Yeah, we'd
think
like to remind all of the citizens of Beloit that all of our buses are ADA accessible. They do have ramps. We will welcome wheelchairs, or seniors are more than welcome to ride on the bus. It's usually a comfortable ride, nice and cool on the bus in the summer, warm in the winter. So please do ride.
And that's another thing that people sometimes forget. Lately, not last week, but a couple weeks ago, it was extremely hot, and you can get away from the heat and take the bus. The bus itself is cool, but also the public library is always open for people that perhaps don't have an air conditioner. And so I know that we call the transit department all the time if we have an emergency or we have a lot of police officers at a scene and it's snowing or raining. I'm assuming you guys have been at those too.
Fire, we evacuated high school apartments when that was smoke.
So what do you guys like best about your job? Meeting new people, or?
Yes, I like our passengers very well.
And
It's nice to see them, talk to them.
you get to know them.
Yes,
And the students too, huh?
Yes.
I like my students.
But with the years that they've been driving, they've seen some of the students that are now grown now.
Yeah. Off to college.
Excuse me. Well, I'm glad we caught you. I think you have to get back to your route.
Yes.
So thanks again. We appreciate it, James. Thanks always.
No problem. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Melissa Badger is here with us. She is the Community Information Coordinator for the School District of Beloit. And as you can see, we are in the new Career Tech Ed Center. Melissa's going to tell us a little bit about this, but I asked her about some of these machines. What did you say?
It has more buttons on it than my son's game controller, so.
Yes. And she wouldn't let me push any of them. Go figure. I don't know. This is an awesome place. This is so exciting for the students. Melissa, tell us about it.
Sure, absolutely. Well, we are lucky enough to work with a lot of businesses in our area, and they've been generous enough to lend resources and their expertise to really beef this center up. So as you can see, we've got brand new machines. In the further corner, we have a classroom. We have 18 welding stations, and that's just a few of the career paths that we have. Of course, we still have hospitality, cabinetry, medical, nursing, a lot of different strands, but this is just kind of one of the centers that we completely overhauled and ready to use for this fall when students come back.
And I think this is kind of a recognition that not all students are college bound. And some of them have careers or, like you said, tech ed, and this is just a head start for them.
Oh, absolutely. So they'll be ready. And the great thing about this is the guidance that these businesses have provided is also giving them teachers a chance to incorporate industry standards. So they'll have the latest information on what they need to know when they leave the high school.
This is so neat. And you're going to have a career in tech ed fair,
Yes.
right, coming up? I know it's a little bit in the future, but you could just talk about that briefly.
Sure, it's on October 3rd, and we're hoping to have a lot of businesses sign up for this specific area because it's important for students to know what's out there, but also for businesses to come in and meet the students, tell them a little bit about themselves, and show them what's around there
Absolutely.
in the area.
And that will be right here at the high school, right?
I think we're still formulating the plans for that, but
Okay.
if they want to sign up, they can go ahead and contact Ryan Rui, who is our CTE director, rrui at sdb.k12.wi.us. I hope you had a piece of paper handy, but that's on the website if you need it.
I love how you rattle that on. But now, Melissa has a lot of other information to tell us
Yes.
because this is the Back to School show. So tell us about Back to School.
Sure. Well, besides this exciting CTE expansion, we also have all-day 4K that we're offering for parents. We'll still have morning and afternoon only options. We just wanted to give parents another choice. I know we have a lot of busy families today, and it's nice to give them the option of having kids have the enrichment all day for a full day.
Do they incorporate nap time into that?
I hope so. I wish we would get nap time, actually, but we can do what you ask. And then the first day of school is going to be Tuesday, the 3rd of September, right after Labor Day. But that day is kind of not a regular full day. For most students it is, but kindergartners and then the all-day 4K students will have a half day. And then 10th, 11th, and 12th graders will be here only in the afternoon. So it gives freshmen a chance to get used to the building without the upperclassmen. And of course, we'll have yeah, so it's kind of nice. And then the link crew will be here helping those younger students out, giving them directions, anything else they need to know.
Now, do you have some back to school meetings coming up too?
We do. Actually, we have registration for the high school and our middle school starting on the 13th already for the high school, which is about time I think this is airing,
I
so
think so.
perfect. And then about a week later, starting on the 20th, 21st is when Aldridge and McNeil will have theirs. So just stop in, get your schedules, kind of get used to the place for some of those new kids, and
Absolutely.
be ready for the fall.
How about immunizations?
Oh yes, we also have the information on our website because there's been some slight changes, not many, but there might be like an added chicken pox shot or some of those things, and that's on our website. If you click on the Back to School link, it has everything you need to know, school supply lists, immunizations, physicals, and back to school nights because those will pick up at the end of August.
Oh boy, and this is the time of year when Walmart and Shopko and all those places start getting out their lists, and people are walking around the stores looking for the crayons and the pencils and the protractors.
Oh,
I
yes.
remember those days.
I have my son's list actually in my purse, so I'm ready to hit the stores as well.
Now you have a whole lot of notes there. Do you have anything else to add to our conversation today?
I guess a couple other things I just want to mention is that we did have a fee increase in lunch prices according to federal standards. It's just 10 cents more for lunch. Breakfast is still free and available at all of our schools for all of our kids. And we do have the Business Education Summit coming up
that's
on
right.
August 22nd. So there's still time to register. So anybody out there watching this, if you could go ahead and give us a call, we'd be happy to sign you up. It's really exciting, and we're bringing back the roundtable discussions.
Okay, and just to summarize that's between the school district and the business community.
Right, it's our 7th annual one. So we had a lot of great initiatives come out of the first one and kept going, and we're just kind of hoping to grow that because as you can see, the results of such partnerships, it's amazing.
Absolutely, absolutely. So if people have questions, what phone number can they call?
Sure. Well, you can call us directly. Actually, you can call the Community Relations Office at 361-4032.
Okay. Thank you so much, Melissa. We always pack so much information into our 5-minute show. So thank you, and we'll be in touch.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Hi, I'm Linda from Visit Beloit. There are so many exciting things happening in Beloit this summer, and most of them are free. Music and More at Harry's Place is a free concert series at Riverside Park. Westside Andy will entertain you on August 16th, and Joel Patterson is featured on August 30th with a special lighted boat parade on the river. On August 23rd, the movie The Lorax, which is a Dr. Seuss movie, will be featured in Riverside Park with activities for the entire family. This movie and activities are free, so bring your blanket and enjoy the show. Snappers Baseball has been a real hit this summer. Fireworks will be featured August 17th, 24th, and 30th, with many home games left before the season ends in September. Get out and cheer them on. Biff Outdoors is a new summer program for the Beloit International Film Festival. The Breakfast Club will be shown at the Beloit College and Middle College on August 27th. This event is also free. The Beloit Inn is getting a great facelift inside and out right now. We'll keep you posted on their progress. We can't wait to see it. The Farmers Market is in full swing, rain or shine, with over 100 weekly vendors. Stop by State and Grand in downtown Beloit to purchase your fresh produce, baked goods, soaps, gift items, and much more. Dancing at Harry's Place in Riverside Park takes place every Monday night from 7 till 9 p.m. through the month of August. Free square dance lessons and polka lessons will be featured in August, 2 dances that you have to know how to do if you live in Wisconsin. Beckman Mill has guided tours every Saturday and Sunday from 1 to 4 p.m. Beckman Mill is one of Wisconsin's only restored working grist mills located in beautiful Beckman Mill County Park. There are only a few weeks left through the month of August for Fridays in the Park. Take a break from work, meet up with friends at Gantry Park in downtown Beloit to listen to live music. You can kick off your shoes, have some lunch served by a local downtown restaurant, and soak up the sun from 11:30 to 1:30 every Friday through the summer. If it's canceled due to rain, it may be canceled or it may be rescheduled, so check Visit Beloit's Facebook page for more information. Visit Beloit also invited 10 people to help us share the stories of our community from their perspectives. We think you'll enjoy what they have to say. You can read all about it on our new blog at blog.visitbeloit.com. We don't have time to mention all the fun events taking place in Beloit, so please visit our website at visitbeloit.com to find out more. Enjoy your time.
3, 2, 1. Well, Pam, that wraps up the August edition of the Beloit Today Show.
I know, but I just don't want it to end because it's been a great show and we've been outside. We've had a perfect day and we've had really great interviews today.
I know, I feel like we could keep filming because usually it's raining on us.
I know. But, you know, all good things have to come to an end, so I guess that's the end of another show. And
there's still a lot going on for the summer and back to school, so make sure you check your calendars and you get everything organized in time.
Right. I don't have any children to organize anymore, but, you know, I can adopt some.
Well, my niece, her school supplies are going to be purchased as soon as possible.
You'll have the list.
Absolutely.
That's right. Well, thanks to Cable Access Television staff and crew, and thanks to all of our interviewees for coming out on such a fine day.
Yes, and stay tuned. Look for more in September, and we'll see you then.
Thanks.